In 1994, former In Spiral Carpets roadie Noel Gallagher and his band Oasis breathed new life into the UK rock and roll scene with their exciting debut album, Definitely Maybe.
Well, it's in the Guinness Book of Records now. It's the fastest debut album of all time.
Before bands like Oasis kind of came along, the music industry got pretty dull, you know. The grunge thing has kind of got done to death, and people were getting a bit sick of everybody slitting their wrists and being down over everything, and they came along with like Live Forever and stuff, and everybody kind of went up again.
And I remember the cover for that single. It had John Lennon's house in Men Love Avenue, and as a massive kind of Beatles fan, I was like, it's a bit cheeky, you know, a bit presumptuous. And I put the record on, and I was like, no, quite right, absolutely fair enough. You know.
He was a massive influence on me when I was 16. Still got a lot of respect for him. He uses music from the past quite obviously. It's that sort of unashamed thing. That's what's so great about it.
He's the only man that's got bigger eyebrows than me in rock.
You're a really ordinary guy with a really ordinary life who happens to be a pop star at certain times, a rock star at certain times. And I really admire that about anyone who can be a really normal person whilst also being a rock star.
He will always say hello to you. He will always, you know, sit and talk. He will always go back to his roots.
I'm no different from anybody else, you know. I'm just a normal bloke from Manchester who happens to be in a band who's got fears and hopes just like everybody else.
They had a ball getting to where they are because they were the essence of British rock and roll.
You're never sure how long these things are going to last, so we were determined to have a good laugh along the way.
Today was gonna be the day they were gonna throw it back to you.
A year after Definitely Maybe, Gallagher had written What's the Story Morning Glory, a groundbreaking release destined to become one of the biggest British albums of all time.
It just was unbelievable, the amount of melody that was in that record and the way it was produced.
If we hadn't have had some of those, you know, songs like Don't Look Back in Anger, and we hadn't had Oasis playing those big gigs and inspiring such confidence from the British record industry.
Certainly leading up to Nebworth anyway, we're the biggest band in the world because we were selling the most records and playing to the most people in the most countries.
I mean, the importance of Oasis and the importance of some of Noel Gallagher's songs, you know, you can tell by the fact that if you took them away, where we would have been through the 90s.
As the group's popularity soared, tensions mounted between Noel and brother Liam.
One minute they're loving each other, and him and Liam, and you know, they're brothers. And the next minute it's like, you know, they're at each other's throats. And there's something about that energy that's really important to Oasis.
All our stuff tends to get written about in the papers, and to the people from the outside it would seem that we're always arguing all the time, but we're not.
After all the success and excess of the 90s, what does the future hold for Noel?
I don't know if he'll leave the band, but he'll definitely do his solo album at some point. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or it'll be in 5 years' time, but undoubtedly it'll happen at some point.
Noel Gallagher, write him off at your peril and he'll be back.